Hey guys, we are live. Okay, everybody's watching everybody else's stream right now, but that's okay. I'm sure they'll come by afterwards. But
Right.
well, it's good to finally get to go live with you. And
I know. I'm so excited.
it kind of sucks that I can't do my stop motion right now, but we always have something else to build, and we got these Macs. These Mac balls. I don't know what I should do first. We got a retro TV or we got a game console.
Oh, if my vote counts, I'm gonna vote for the game console.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
It counts.
Oh,
I don't know if you can see chat or not, but we got Phil and Bricks saying hello.
I can see chat. Hi, Phil and Bricks. It's good to see
Okay.
you.
So I've been fighting with YouTube for so long to do a few things. Now, one of the things I know they did because I bugged them a lot about it, but they didn't do it to my specific specifications that I wanted them to do.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I asked them to involve the community more by letting people post in your community, right? In your community tab.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And they just did that. But I also told them to add the live chat, right?
I love that feature, by the way. I love that members of my community can post to my community page. That's what I wanted it to do in the first place, which was connect me with people who are watching my live, watching my shorts and watching my lives and watching my videos.
To be honest with you, I just wanted them to eliminate Discord because I was so tired of hearing people, "What's your Discord? What's your Discord?" I don't have
Right? Yeah,
Discord.
no.
I'm old. I just started
It kind
playing
it
with the
kind of
internet.
it eliminates the middleman. No, I got you.
So they did that. But then I asked them to also make it so that when you stream live, you can stream live with up to 4 people. And they still haven't done that.
Oh man, wouldn't that be cool?
But I also told them that if I'm streaming on my channel with somebody else on their channel, they need to have it so that both chats are visible and both people can have their people in the same chat. Like two chats, two different channels, showing that you're live on your channel, showing I'm live on my channel.
Oh yeah, no, wouldn't that be cool? That would be so amazing. Especially like I've got so many lives coming up with some other content creators that I've, been collabing with who've given me some really good advice and who've been really valued like members of my channel community. And I would really prefer like, there's so much like trying to be super courteous. It's just like, oh no, you host. It's like, oh no, you host. Like it's
I
like
do the
being
best
over
that
polite to one another.
yeah, I do the best that I can to make it even. But I find the majority of people are like, "No, you just do it on your channel," and I'm like, "Okay, is it because I'm a bad boy and you don't want your channel getting hurt? Because sometimes I curse."
Oh no, that's not my concern. Just like as someone who deals with, minorities on a regular basis, I assure you, you're not saying anything they haven't heard before,
Oh, I know,
right?
I know.
Like, so no, I don't think that's it. I think that some of it's just, especially like me, like I'm not new to Lego and like building per se. Like my whole channel before I even like Lego is clearly my niche now, but before I started the channel, like the whole thing that I wanted to be the core of the channel was like building and being creative and like thinking outside the box and that kind of, I mean, clearly I've found my niche, like with Lego, like, and building blocks or whatever. But that was kind of the core of really what I wanted my channel to be, was just like an inspiration to get outside the box and kind of think creatively, if that makes sense.
I
And
hear you.
so and so I think sometimes like when it comes to like YouTube and the algorithm, I think people kind of get really caught up in that. And so it's not about that. It's really about like finding a community. And Lego is by far, I think, the least toxic of all the collector communities that I've ever been a part of.
Okay,
Um,
so I'm going to show you. I
Go
don't know if
for
you
it.
can see, but you see that right there?
What's that?
That's a transformer.
Huzzah!
So I'm going to move my camera just around a little bit here for a second.
Not to date myself, but I'm totally a Transformer fan.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Can you see what's behind me?
Said what as
Can
an
you see
algorithm?
that?
I do.
That right there is a 4.5, 88-pound transformer.
So the first time I ever caught you live, I'm not gonna, because I am fangirling a little bit on my live, by the way. But the first time I ever caught you live, that was what kind of like hooked me in, was the fact that I could see like you kind of showed some of the Transformers, and I'm not so brave yet. If that makes any, like, I'm not that brave yet. If that makes any sense. Like,
Yeah.
to try such big, bold builds as that. It was between
Well,
that and the playlist, and I was just like, oh man, I'm hooked.
okay, so that is not an actual build. That's an actual transformer.
Oh,
I
is
didn't
it?
build that. I didn't build that out of Lego. So I have over 4,000 transformers.
Oh my gosh.
And the reason why I even got into Lego is because someone sent me Lego Optimus Prime.
Okay,
So
so
I
I have a
got like,
question.
yeah.
Like,
So
Transformer
go ahead.
fan to Transformer fan. Go ahead. Go ahead. And then I have a question, Transformer fan to Transformer fan. Go ahead.
So I never ever got to play with Lego when I was a kid because that was a rich kid toy,
Right?
right? Like, I don't know if you remember these sets, but when I was a kid, my cousin Bronco was getting all these. I call them what is it? Robin Hood sets, right? Because the
Right?
movie Robin Hood pretty much just came out, with what's his name there, Kevin Costner, and
Yeah. No, I get
he
it.
was he was getting all these sets, and those sets were like $100 at the time, and I was still buying Transformers at the time, and they were only like at the most $9. So like I was getting two toys in one, and he was getting Legos, and I just saw them as what he was building them, these castles. I didn't know that you can make whatever you want. I never even thought about that kind of stuff, right?
Right?
And so I'm building this Optimus Prime, and someone says, because I'm sitting there saying, "Oh, I really love this. It's freaking awesome." It's helping with my hand because I got a lot of hand damage in my hand, and he's like, "Oh, well, you can get different things on Revicable to make out of this Optimus Prime." And I was like, "What?" I didn't know any of this stuff, right? So I went and looked it up, and I got hooked. Then I started watching. I stopped watching Transformer channels, and I started watching all these Lego channels. And after like 3 months of watching it, I was like, "Screw this." Um, I am more of a personality than all these people I'm watching, and their shit is kind of boring. So I'm gonna do Legos, and I'm gonna mess this whole world up because I see all these wholesome people doing their stuff, and I'm just like a blabbermouth. I'll say whatever comes to my mind, and I started doing it. Next thing I know, I'm getting all these followers. I'm getting like 20 people per stream, and then I'm monetized in 5 months, and here I am still building. Okay, so tell me your
Yeah.
geek question.
Oh, so no, that's kind of how I came, like kind of how I came to my YouTube channel too, is like I wasn't expecting it a little bit. Like I was just kind of, so I recently made like a career transition into education, right?
Yeah,
And that's great. And that's great. And I made it for, I feel like, all the right reasons, correct? But clearly there have been some issues, and clearly, things aren't going according to my plan, at least in terms of a career change. And so I had a couple really good mentors along the way that were just like, hey, have you ever thought of using
Said hi, you
Lego to
guys.
connect with, autistic children? And have you ever thought of using it to connect not only with autistic children, but also with your older children who might be creative learners and that kind of thing? So that's kind of how I got into it. I've been collecting Legos, I think, as an adult. I would say as an adult, since about 2019, like pre-COVID, and then I really got into it during COVID. But I think I really didn't appreciate it for what it is until that transition, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I
Like,
get that.
yeah, like it's not, it's not just, a hobby or a collector's thing. Cause I've been a part of a lot of collector communities, just at like I've done, Magic the Gathering. I've done, you know, a couple different, Funko Pop. Oh my gosh, Funko Pops. The
One
regret of
second.
my
Hey,
life.
Randucci.
Hi, Randucci. It's good to see you here. It's always
Yeah,
great to see you in chat.
if you
And bricks.
if you see someone and they say something and I miss it, go ahead and reply to them because
Randucci.
I,
Said, hey,
Oh my
fill
gosh,
in.
Phil's here. I'm so glad you're here, Philin.
yeah, he's a good guy. I actually, if you want to see something really cool, um, I don't know if you've seen this before, but there's Mr. Fillin right there as a Jedi warrior.
So, that is so cool. By the way, I've debated doing
Hi.
some 3D printing work. If I'm all jokes aside, I've debated doing some 3D printing work, but it's so much, and I think I have the creative ability to follow instructions and the creative crafting ability to follow instructions, but in terms of creativity, sometimes I feel like I'm lacking in that department. And I think that's necessary when it comes to like 3D printing and also, with building when it comes to mocking and modding and stuff like that. It's just like I see all these people making all these amazing mods and it's just like I'm just not that creative. Like I know I seem that way, but I'm not.
You know, my biggest problem is I have a huge creative side. My body
Yeah.
doesn't let me do what I wanted to do anymore. It's
Mm,
horrible. Like
I can imagine that.
I used to do 3D paintings because I took my knowledge of special effects makeup and my artistic skill as being a tattoo artist, and I started doing all these things. Like I would make these horror pictures of skulls and witches and all kinds of stuff pop right off the paintings and stuff. And now that my body doesn't let me do these kinds of things, it's like I need to still be creative somehow. And Lego's definitely giving me an outlet.
Oh yeah. No, I can definitely imagine that.
And I, I love my bounty hunter costume. I think I'm gonna make it for Halloween.
You're gonna do your bounty hunter costume for Halloween?
Yeah.
That's gonna be so much fun.
I still have to do another Star Wars one because I got to get Alexandra riding her Cobra bunny horse,
That's so
and then I got to
cool.
give JDP his penguin raccoon zebra.
Maybe I should submit just like something, knowing how different they are. Like maybe I should submit something for the 3D printing. That would be
Why
fun.
not, right?
I know,
Um,
right? Why not?
so I got into 3D printing when it first came out, and I had the worst time with it. Oh, Randucci. So on my laser engraving channel, I basically ask people name three animals, and they're like, okay, this, and this. So I turn it into a mythological beast, and it. If you want to see some cool ones, here's a flamingo, German Shepherd, crocodile.
That's good.
Um,
That'll never happen again.
Here is a koala bear, Komodo dragon, red winged blackbird.
Nice.
Yes. Said hi never2old4lego.
Hi, Alexandria.
Said absolutely cursed.
Here is
Holy cow, this is a weird perspective for me and Alexandria. We normally only see each other in chat.
yeah. So here
Hi,
is
Alexandria. It's good to see you.
Yes.
penguin, duck, butterfly.
Alex.
Here is a shark, armadillo, owl. Like you can see why I can't stop laughing on my channel because of all
No, I
these
get it.
things.
That's so funny. No, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, even though like my channel has like this whole like no face content or whatever, I was like, I could totally submit something, like, and it would still
Well,
be part of it. That'd be cool. That'd be fun. I want to do that.
I don't care who says, "Oh, I'm never going to show my face." Accidentally, you always show your face. So you might as well get
I
rid of that idea because
I
that's what
feel
I did.
so here's been my philosophy on it, right? Okay. And I'll be completely honest. I have not done a face reveal, but it's 100% not because I intended it to be that way. And I did not realize, again, like I said, I'm not new to Lego, but I'm a little new to the community and I'm a little new to YouTube. And so like I didn't realize I was doing this big whole build up for the face reveal. If you look hard enough, and deep enough and you actually dive into my channel, my face is not hidden. Like
Yeah.
like my face is not
Totally.
hidden. Like if you dive
Mr.
deep enough.
Mr. Odele.
Odele, welcome. W stream earlier, by the way. Way to wing it in from the backfield on your own. Good for you.
Yeah. So I've been having a lot of trouble with YouTube lately. I'm not getting notifications for anybody. Like I keep on checking to see if the bells are on, and they are just not working. I don't know
So
why.
I don't know. It's because the power went out in North Carolina. That's
No.
why.
I mean, like this has been going on for a while now. This isn't just recently. Uh, I think they changed the algorithm, and all of a sudden now I see everybody's full name instead of just their screen name.
Really?
And
Because it went
not
the
only that,
opposite way for me.
yeah. So, and not only that, but now every time I'm waiting for someone's stream to come on, I'm not getting the notification that they're on, and like I'm missing half their streams, and I feel bad because me and Alexandra, I gotta say, we're the ambassadors of support. Me and her have been in everybody's stream since the beginning. Like
Oh yeah.
it's been almost what, like 2 years or more, and we just been everybody's place. And it's like, okay, if I go here, I know Alexandra's gonna be here.
Oh yeah. That's I mean, I think that's kind of how it goes in our little community too. And I've seen Alexandria like everywhere, and I think I've seen you kind of everywhere lately too. Sorry, I'm not pulling Legos out with my. I should be using a brick breaker. You know what I should be using? I should be using a brick breaker instead of my teeth.
Break, breaker.
Like, yeah, no, I'm sitting here like all savage with my teeth pulling out studs because I stuck them in the wrong thing. There we go. This is the right thing. Correct. Got it.
You're in North Carolina. Is that what you just said, Randucci?
Said hey Phil and hey Alex, hey Randucci.
Oh,
I
Randucci,
think
if you're in North Carolina, then you understand what I mean. Like sometimes the wind blows left and then it blows right and then the power goes out. We don't know. Like,
I was just saying this on my stream earlier. I said I feel bad because ever since Mr. Hare and Canada have been at war with tariffs, that I feel extremely bad because we power 3 full states and we give power to about 9 other different states. Like not just backup, but like we're part of their grid system so that they can get power. And here they're fighting, and here we're just sitting there shutting the power off. And I'm like, man, some of these states are cold states. They're gonna get rolling blackouts, all this
Some
shit, all
of them,
because of nonsense.
yeah, for sure. I will say, like, I see what you're saying, and there are some states that are like me personally, though. I see what's going on in terms of that, but like where I've lived my entire life, I'm kind of at the foothill of a mountain, so it's nothing new to me. Like we're just poorly equipped for any kind of inclement weather. So like last year we had Helene that came through right like literally at the top of the mountain that I'm at the base of. And I went out actually my dog, which I'm sure you'll hear bark at some point in time. She's actually trained in detection and protection, and she went out with me. We were looking for people for weeks. Weeks. I was up in that area looking for people, but just because of where we are at the foothills, like like we get one snow every now and then we get a hurricane every now and we get a tornado every now and then. But it's like it's all an every now and then thing. So we're not really equipped or prepared to deal with anything, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So we're really just not equipped or prepared to deal with anything. So sometimes the wind blows left, and then sometimes the wind blows right, and then we don't have power. And so I see what you're saying, like on a mass level, it's just to me personally, on a personal level, it's nothing new. And I'm just kind of like, sometimes we don't have power.
Yeah,
Like,
I get that. I get that.
sometimes we're grilling out for a week and a half. Like,
Get avalanches where you were breezy builds.
You get avalanches, breezy. Alexandra wants to know.
I do not me, no, but I am, if we went maybe 100 miles west, yes, we would. Not even 100 miles west, maybe 50 miles west. Yes, we would. I'm literally at the base of a mountain, so I'm both shielded and not shielded from everything.
Yeah, I've been debating on getting another pet, right? But I got this slight problem. Like
Oh
I
yeah?
can pet cats, but if I'm around them for too long, my allergies start going off like crazy. Um, and I get congested and the runny nose, all that kind of stuff like that. So I do
Mhm.
have allergic reaction to them, but it's not to the touch. It's more when I inhale their dander and stuff like that, right? Um, so I have
When
to
you
get
actually
hyper.
show them affection, yeah.
Yeah, so I have to like get hyperallergenic cats, and like I cannot even believe the prices that they want for these animals nowadays. It's so ridiculous. Like, so I bought my Oriental for 2 grand. I bought my American Bobtail for 2 grand. Now I go look and they're like 10 grand,
Oh
and
my.
I'm like, what? Like, it's like it's only been a few years. I don't get this, like I got my Oriental 7 years ago and now it's 10 grand. In 7 years it went up, you know,
Jeez.
and I'm like looking for hyperallergenic cats. So I found one and they're still not cheap. They're 3 grand. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I'm not going to be able to afford an animal ever again unless I win the lottery.
That's crazy. My brother was super allergic as well. And one of the first things that I did when I moved out and he didn't have, I didn't have to worry about him anymore, was I bought a cat. And I didn't realize until after that, because I was, kind of like, well, I couldn't have a cat because of my brother, so now I'm going to get a cat, that I am mildly allergic to cats as well. you know so like I went out and got this cat, and then I was also determined, I was like, no, I'm not going to get rid of the cat because I made a commitment to the cat, you know
Yeah.
and yeah, but at the same time it's like, so it's been a struggle, I think, for me, especially in our house, because I met my husband and we were both significantly older when we married. I'm not going to date myself, but we were both significantly older when we married. But we're both animal lovers. And so when we moved in together, it went from, oh, I have 2 cats and oh, I have 2 dogs to, oh, we have Noah's Ark.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this or not, but Mr. Randucci plays guitar, and Mr. Foggy plays guitar, and I think
Do
they should
you?
start their own Lego band.
That would be so much fun.
I think so too.
Alexandria KS.
That would be so much fun.
Pictures of those kind of cats sometimes.
By the way, I've
sell
had so much fun chatting, I've had to basically restart this build, but that's okay.
Yeah, Alexandria just said that sometimes they'll do that, but I live in Canada, Alexandria. that's it's not a thing that Canadians do. I don't think.
I also
Because
love how you said, like, I live in Canada with a sigh of relief. Like, there was an air of relief in the back tone of what you just said.
yeah, listen, I have to say this. You guys get so ripped off for your food. Okay, so this is a real fact. Okay, now listen to this. Okay, you know your grade A triple A meat.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be the best you guys can get, right?
supposedly.
Yeah. Guess what? In Canada, that shit don't even register on our health care stuff because it's too below grade.
Really?
Yes, 1000% for real. We wouldn't even sell that to our animals.
Mm.
Your triple A meat, we would not even sell to our animals.
So my brother-in-law just chimed in because he's been over listening from the room next door and watching the stream. He's like, so why is there milk in bags?
Okay, I can explain that. I can explain why our
I'm not
milk
involved in this
is in
argument
bags.
anymore. I'm just stepping aside
Okay, so
because I have no idea what we're talking about anymore.
a milk in a bag, right? You get 3 bags of milk, which equal 4 liters, right? So you know when you have milk and it goes bad because it's sitting in a jug full of air.
Oh,
Once
yeah.
you
No, I'm
oh,
sitting here staring at one right now.
okay, so because you have all that air, the milk goes bad faster, right? Well, in the
Right?
jug, what happens is you put it in a plastic container, right? And it's like a pitcher, right? That these bags fit in. So when you pour the milk, all the air starts coming out. So it leaves the air out, right? Now there is a little opening at the top, but because it has shrunk down, you're not leaking out anymore and it's not exposed to the air. So our milk lasts a little bit longer.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, wow. I actually, believe it or not, I knew the answer to that question.
I never bothered to find out.
You
That's
never
pretty
bothered to
cool.
find out? Yeah, no.
That's pretty cool.
That's standard for most people. I never bothered to find out. It's
Yeah,
cool.
who cares? Who cares about Canada?
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
No, so hey, really seriously, we are some world travelers in this family, very seriously. We're going to be in France on the 26th, the night of the New Year's raid. I am actually going to be in Paris.
That's awesome.
I know.
So
I'm super excited for it.
so you want to hear a super messed up fact? Okay, so you know how everybody in the States is always like New York pizza or Chicago pizza, pizza, right?
Yeah.
So they're not even on the top 10 of the world's best pizza.
Oh, okay. So I totally agree with that. I might be from North Kakalaki, but I believe very much I am a connoisseur de pizza. I'm aware that what we have here is junk.
So this is a little history story from my father before I was born. He decided to open up a pizzeria. And
Really?
yeah, and he came up with his own dough recipe. And while he was running this pizzeria, a little company called Little Caesars popped up.
Huh.
And they bought the recipe for his dough.
Really?
Yes. So my dad ended up moving from this small city called Chatham to Windsor, where I live now. Now here in Windsor, we have this place that makes mozzarella cheese, and we have these bakeries that make dough. And over the course of the years that my dad wasn't making pizza because he wasn't allowed to make pizza, he signed a contract. He wasn't allowed to make pizza, right? So basically, what happened was um, Windsor became a hotspot for pizza. And last year, we were ranked third in the whole entire world. My little ass city was ranked third for best pizza in the world. Now, I could testify to that because I've been everywhere in Ontario trying their pizza. Nothing compares to our dough and our cheese pull, our cheese taste, everything. And I think it's because we use brown sugar instead of white sugar.
Yeah. That'll do it.
If you ever buy Detroit, cross that border, hit some pizza joints, I'm telling you, you won't regret it.
So I've not been to Detroit. I've been to New York, and I will say the pizza there is not on par either. I'm aware of. I've never been there, but I'm aware of what good pizza is, and I am determined. I am determined as a world traveler to find it.
Well, like I said, we were ranked third in the world, so I think that's just awesome.
No, that's super cool, and also like the story. It's a very Bob Ross story. Like in terms of like really the dough, you like it's the dough. Like that's part
Yeah,
of what makes Little Caesars Little Caesars.
and well, here's the thing. After a few years of using my dad's dough, because of cost things, they scrapped his recipe.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh man. Of course they did.
Yeah. But
You
that's
know what that
okay.
reminds me of? You know what that reminds me of? Have you ever heard of the guy who made Jelly Belly? It's a
Yep.
very similar yeah, it's a very similar story.
Well, they just wanted to stop, you know,
Oh yeah.
everything that they could, right?
Oh yeah.
Alexandria wrote a
Unfortunately.
book here. Yeah, Alexandria is probably one of my favorite people that I have met in the Lego community, and she doesn't even stream.
I know, like I see her everywhere, but I never ever see her stream.
Well,
And
she streamed.
I see you everywhere, Alexandria. Like I always see you and I always say hi to you. I
Like,
would start collecting points for spotting Alexandria, but that's kind of a me and B Bandits thing. But you're kind of a little bit of everywhere in the same way.
oh, I just
Alexandria KS. That's nice of you to say nine.
so I just found out these points that you guys accumulate in chat, you can actually use them
And bricks.
um,
This is the bomb.
to promote the channels or a video.
So I found that out recently too. So, but it's been kind of because again, like I said, I'm new to YouTube and I'm new to the community a little bit. It's been a little bit of an inside joke between me and B Bandits in terms of like claiming points when we spot each other. So I was approaching 50 subscribers and then I was like, oh crap, people are gonna expect me to go live and I'm super shy and I don't know what I'm doing. And so like I started watching other people's lives and that included like, you know, you and some of the other content creators that I always mention. And I just kind of started watching and I was just like, well, this isn't that hard, right? Like they're just getting on there talking about what they love and what, you know, what they're doing at the moment and that kind of thing. And then that was kind of when I started spotting like Alexandria and B Bandits. And then it was just like every time I would pop into a live, it was like they were there.
Yep.
And yeah, and so I started claiming points, right? Because I feel like it's, you know, like you should claim points, some kind of points. And I didn't realize like the jewels and the chat comments and the XP in the chat and everything were a thing yet. Because, you know, not to date myself or anything, but but I didn't realize that that was a thing yet. And so I started claiming points for like spotting people, like just personal points. And a couple people actually got into it. And now it's just like we have no idea where the points are or where the system lies or who's even winning. But
I'm
like
winning.
yeah, I'm winning. No, you're winning. Yeah, no, that like there is no winner in this competition at the moment. Like there's just a bunch of us who are claiming points for spotting each other randomly. And also the points are completely arbitrary. Like the other day, B Bandits claimed 150 points for spotting me in someone else's live. So it's like you get points for spotting somebody in chat, then you get points for spotting somebody in a live, and then you get like quadruple points for spotting somebody in somebody else's live. Like so it's just like the points are completely arbitrary and made up. It's like whose line is it anyway?
Yeah.
And the points don't matter.
No, but like I still think it's cool that people can use their points now to literally promote your channel or your video. I think that's pretty cool, and they don't have to pay
Oh
for
yeah.
it because like there's a lot of stuff that people just can't afford. Like every month, I will donate $2 to somebody's channel, and that's really all I can afford. I hate that, but you know, one day I'll be able to afford to donate to other people's channels because you know, I'm on a fixed income. I do this all on a budget. Most of my builds are fourth party brands, and everybody thinks, "Oh, you're doing Lego." Oh no, I'm not doing Lego brand. I'm doing a
Yeah.
fourth party brand. You just can't tell, and I spent a quarter of the price that you did for yours.
So and this is what I've always told everybody. So I've grown a little bit of a reputation in the community. I feel like maybe I haven't, but I feel like I've grown a little bit of a reputation as a quote Lego snob.
Yeah,
And it's like that's not necessarily the case. That's not the case. I am not opposed to trying or building anything that comes with, a reputable recommendation. Um I got burned a little bit by some, TikTok builds and some Mega Blocks builds, but overall, my better experience has personally been Lego. But I've also been like, I'm not opposed to trying something different because I'm aware that there's a lot out there and that it could be better. Especially because like I was going on TikTok for Legos, right? Like, like
yeah,
I'm sure there's better and more highly recommended sets out there. I haven't been exposed to them, but that doesn't mean that I'm not that I'm opposed to them. There you go.
yeah. I get you.
That's
Well, since I've been building all kinds since the beginning. Hey, Orle.
Odelay. Hi, Odelay. Say his name
Um,
3 times. We must have said his name 3 times. Odelay, Odelay, Odelay. And then he appears.
well, it's like Alexandra. People summon her.
Why
She's
am I
like a
getting
Pokemon.
subscriptions?
She's like a Pokemon. People say her name 3 times and she shows up. A Beetlejuice Pokemon, in fact. So I have 3 companies that I can honestly say are better than the Red Brick brand.
Yeah.
Like easily, I can say this. One of them is Mould King, even though they do have one problem brick, which I think they fixed because in this new set that I just got, they don't have that brick anymore. They actually
Mhm.
fixed it. And then there's this company that's called Go Bricks, but they're also known as Your Bricks. And now Lumibricks.
Yeah.
Um, I,
Sorry.
I will say this. So far, Lumibricks' build and feel and enjoyability has been better than any set that I've built so far to this date. The only problem I have is their minifigures.
So, and that I think is part of my like hold up with it is just, there's a level of fandom I think that comes with building when it comes to any kind of brick building, red brick, whatever color you want to call it. I think there's a certain fandom that comes with it. And there are just certain things that I can't get with red brick. That it's like if I had someone who was willing to give me a credible, recommendation on something else, then I would definitely jump on it. But I think just me, it's just so hard to know, like on like what is and is not a good set, and like who do you trust when it comes to what is and is not a good set. So like you and there's a couple other content creators, like I trust their opinion, and it's like, yeah, I would definitely try that. Like, so I just want to kind of debunk the rumor or myth that I'm a Lego snob, because that's not true.
All you,
Like,
all you have to do is do a Mould King set, or like I said,
Steel and bricks.
the Lumibricks sets.
For mod.
You'll debunk Lego. Red brick, 100%.
I have a sticker. Hold on, because I have to frame this right, because I've been slowly pulling out of my lives all of my sticker sticks for you, by the way. So I have to make sure I set this up properly so that when
I got
I go to pull this later, it looks decent. I freehand all my stickers, by the way.
That's okay. I hate stickers. I don't care if they go on crooked or not. I had someone once say, "You put that sticker on crooked." I was like, "Oh yeah." I ripped it right off. I said, "Now there's no sticker. How do you like it
Oh
now?"
darn! How do you like that no sticker? That's kind of how. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Freehand, completely freehand, straight as an arrow. Straight as an arrow. Who needs a brick breaker / sticker? That's what I saw Bricktonium using it on his live as a sticker. And I was just like, oh man, thank goodness we didn't see this live first, because then we'd all be calling it a sticker
Yeah.
instead of a brick breaker. Like,
I was trying to tell him about the brick crawl, but I
I
don't
don't
think he
think he's gonna be in
understood.
town.
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
I keep telling everybody, like it seems like I'm the only one that's really invited people, get out there. I don't know people like everybody. How many Lego channels there are out there? Like it's unbelievable. And I asked Bricktonium, I asked what's his name now? He said he would join. Madlib. Madlib. He's a UK guy.
Yeah.
And he said he would join. And I'm like, that's great. But like I said, I don't know everybody. Like it's impossible to know everybody.
It's impossible to know everybody who's in this community. I mean, it really is. There I go, using my teeth again. Don't mind me. I use the brick breaker, not my teeth.
Yeah, well, at least you got teeth. I have to wait another like 3 months before I can get my dentures.
I'm
I've been
laughing with you, not at you, because I hope you said that to be funny.
honestly, I've been toothless forever. It bugs the crap out of me.
So like that's kind of, I think, been my holdup, and that was kind of why, like I said the other day, I was just like, I didn't mean to step on anybody's toes or anything. It's just in my mind, I kind of have this vision of like, if we can coordinate this and kind of get this all together for this one event, then it can be kind of like an ongoing thing, and then we can start talking about actually giving it some traction in terms of being like a fundraiser and that kind, and that kind of thing, and
Yeah.
actually. And I think that that's something, not just me, but I think a lot of content creators, and I say that vaguely. I normally say Lego builders, but I think content creators in general start to kind of think about when it comes to, when they start approaching like 50 subscribers, 150 subscribers, 200, they start thinking like, what do I do to make this not a content graveyard? Just a place where my content comes to die.
Yeah.
Like what do I actually do with this? And that's been something I think that's been pretty heavy on my mind, and I think is on a lot of people's mind. And when you have a cause like that, something like that to kind of back up what you're doing, I think that goes a long way. And so in my mind, I think it was just kind of, if we can get this raid train to be a thing where we're all like part of a community that's working towards a greater goal, like then it can definitely be something that, contributes to a greater cause, be that autism or education or, whatever we all determine to be the cause of the year or whatever. And
Oh
so
yeah.
I think that's part of why like kind of dived into it a little bit. I feel like I'm spamming the Discord a little bit with my like sign up sheet, but I'm
No, it's
also like,
fine. It's fine because I can't remember to do that kind of stuff, and I want to be able to remember to do that kind of stuff, but I just don't work that way anymore,
yeah.
unfortunately. But I will say this: so if you look in some of my videos, you'll see something called Brickopolis, and
Uh-huh.
Brickopolis was my uh, brainchild about. So when I got into Lego and doing this channel, I didn't give a shit about anybody. I'm being 100% honest. And then I got they call it catfished. I started really liking somebody.
Oh,
And the next thing I know, I'm like supporting all these people and I keep seeing them making these inappropriate comments to all these content creators. So I got really upset because I was purposely single for like 7 years at the time. And I didn't want any relationships. And here I am letting myself go, getting to know this person, talk to them every day, all this stuff like this. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's been so long since I liked anybody or, all that kind of stuff like that, that it just hit me really hard. I was about to give up, but there was like 6, 7 people that were on my channel at the time. And they were like, reinforced me. And on that day, I was like, you know what? This ain't my channel no more. This is your guys' channel. And
yeah.
we created Brick Therapy. And from there, it went from Brick Therapy to being, okay, now we're going to highlight people that are in Brick Therapy with Brick Apocalypse by showcasing them. So we got 4 episodes only. And I don't know what happened because one of the main guys found love and he disappeared.
That
So,
happens.
uh,
That happens though.
and basically what happened is we kind of lost the Brick Apocalypse, but it's always been on my mind. And you know, this idea of the Brick Raid um, is pretty much like an extension of it,
Yeah,
right? So
for sure.
I'm glad that other people are on board with it, and I'm not holding everything on my own because I run 4 channels. People don't realize it's a lot of work to run 4 channels, and you know also keep up
So
with
I was
Discord.
actually, I'm so glad that you explained that actually, because I knew that you were associated with Brick Therapy and I knew that there was some kind of a connection there. But like, I didn't realize what it was. So I'm glad you explained that. Like, it's just me. Like all the stop motion, it's all me. All the editing, it's all me. All the posts you see on the community page, that's all me. Like everything Discord, that's all me. My husband, he is so supportive, and I don't want to disparage him for that. Like he is so super supportive. But his end of things is that he loves to shop and find the good deals and bring home presents for his wife.
Well, that's a good husband.
Yeah, no, he's a great husband and he is the best supporting actor that I could have ever wished for. But like, it's just me at the end of the day. So when I stop and think about like everything that I do to make the channel happen, even with his support, and then I stop and think about like you're associated with multiple channels, like I can't imagine that. Like there's just so much work that goes into me just putting on my daily shorts, like let
Well,
alone me being affiliated with anybody else. Like,
like here's another person right here that I greatly respect for jumping in and helping is filling bricks. Okay, I had
oh
pneumonia.
my gosh, Foggy Moggy is here. I caught them. Okay, So I've been a big fan. I'm not gonna fangirl at all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fangirl for just a minute. I'm a big fan of Foggy Moggy. And I think I said it wrong the other day because I was thinking of a band name, Flogging Moggy, but Foggy Moggy. I am such a big fan. I can only catch them if I wake up early enough in time to get ready for work. But like it's become a part of my thing. Like I'm almost waking up 30 minutes early every day just so that I can catch Foggy Moggy at this point in time. Even if I
Yeah.
have to be quiet and just listen while I'm getting ready. I'm
And,
such a
and
big fan.
I made a mistake. Sorry, Phil. I appreciate you too, but who I meant to say was Sean, Britton Bricks. When I had pneumonia, Britton Bricks stepped up and he took my place in Brickocalypse as the host.
City.
And yeah, and ever since then, I just have great appreciation for that guy. He didn't have to do that, and he stepped right in for me. But I was having a big problem with brick therapy for a while because I made brick therapy, and these guys basically were my inspiration for it because of them helping me out with this mental um, breakdown that I was going through, and basically. What was happening is I told everybody, look, this is a place if you got a problem or you need help, and you just need to let it out, there's people to talk to. Well, what ended up happening is that they were all coming to me.
Yeah.
Every single one of them were coming to me, and they weren't going to anybody else. So like here I am with pneumonia, and I got people
Yeah.
complaining about other people, and I'm trying to deal with being sick. Just a few months before that, I was hit on my motorcycle. Like
Yeah.
I was
And you
just
want to be
going
there
through
for
stuff.
people. You want to be
Yeah,
there for people, but there comes a point in time where it's just like you got like it's just me. It's just me, guys. Like,
yeah. So that's when I
yeah, I
started
get
saying
that.
in the chat, you listen, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just the guy behind the camera. That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I really do. Because I definitely think I didn't think whenever I started posting this stuff. I think I kind of told you a little bit of my story in Discord, but I'll share it again on live. I made the big jump. I was in programming and coding for almost a couple decades. Not going to date myself at all. But I was in computer and IT and coding for a very long time. And then when COVID hit, people just weren't looking for that. And I went into substitute teaching just as a way to kind of make ends meet. And it turns out I met, my love career. And it turned out that's what I was meant to do with that's what I was always meant to do. And I kind of fell in love with it. And I made this big jump. Like, that's a huge jump to go from IT and coding and having your own business to I'm going to be a public school teacher in the United States of America. like
Yeah,
that's a big jump. And so like it was a pray on it and make the leap kind of jump, and I prayed on it and I made the leap, and then the first thing that happened was what's happened in the last 365 days. And so, that had me in a big world of self-doubt and a big world of holy cow, what am I about to do now? And I was no joke, doing my Stedford wife thing, which was all I could do for about 2 or 3 weeks there. And I was going to Target and I bought myself a coffee and I was walking through the Lego aisle and I was just like, oh, look at the tranquil garden. That's so beautiful and that's so awesome. And I brought it home. And again, it wasn't my first dive into Lego. It just happened to be the Lego that I picked at the time. And then I was just like, you know what? As therapeutic as this has been for me, I was like, and I've been editing videos and making videos since Windows Movie Maker came out in 1995. Like I've been editing videos and making videos for them. Since then, I was just like the way the water was coming on with the set. I was just like, wouldn't that be cool if somebody did that in time lapse? And so I just filmed it and edited it. Like you can literally see my stove and my refrigerator in the background of the shots. like, it's not a studio. It's not set up to be some kind of big thing. And I was just like, wouldn't that be cool? And so I filmed it and I posted it, and darned if the sucker didn't get like 6,000 views. And I was like, holy cow, if people want to see this. And then it kind of like got me thinking back to some of the lesson plans that I had done with some of my EC kids and some of my nonverbal kids and some of my autistic kids. You know, it got me thinking back to some of the lesson plans and how I had used Lego to engage with them. And I was just like, you know what? If I can't teach, and that's what I know I was meant to do, then at the very least, I can keep putting this out in the universe.
Yeah.
You know, like at the very least, I can keep putting this out in the universe. And so that was kind of how I got involved in YouTube, not necessarily how I got involved in Lego, but I was just like, you know, like, because it broke my heart to have everything kind of go the way that it did, especially as quickly as it, like, almost as soon as I made the decision, it was just like everything kind of went south. And so, but, you know, luckily, there is still a need for, you know, substitute teachers and that kind of thing. So I do get to still engage that way. But at the end of the day, it's like, this is kind of where I'm at and what I'm putting out in the universe. And so hearing that, you know, just somebody else wanting to see my videos and see me do something different, you know, creatively every day with Lego. You know, it's the same subject content, but it's something different every day. I was
Yeah.
just like, if I can keep putting that out there, then that's enough to keep me going. So to, you know, it goes a long way to just have somebody that hits that like button, you know, or
Yeah.
like
And,
or just like leaves a hey, thumbs up. Like, you know,
yeah.
that means a lot. You don't think the thumbs up means a lot, but the thumbs up means a lot.
It does. And honestly, I look at it this way: even if I only had one person watching, I'd still do it every day. I don't care. Uh,
Yeah.
it's my outlet. You know, my whole life, I've stayed away from the internet, and I've only heard bad things. And I came into that, right, and thinking, okay, you know,
Like and subscribe.
this is gonna be all about me, and I don't care about anybody else. But after all those people stepped up, it was like, no, I'm here for you guys now. That's
Yeah,
it.
no,
I'm done.
I'm not my channel anymore. I'm officially making what you guys want to see, and I'm officially here so that you guys have a place to log in and chat and catch up with each other every day, you know?
Yep. And that's what I was doing for brick therapy as well, is making a safe place, because a lot of people out there, you know, let's face it, this world didn't go the way that I was taught it was supposed to go. And, you know, it's rough out there for everybody. I don't care who you are, where you're from, it's rough out there. And I was trying to give a release for them, you know, oh, I'm having a bad day. Like, okay, well, tell me your story. What happened, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, it escalated really quick where I couldn't keep up, you know. So
That's my
that's up.
biggest thing. I've started worrying about like how to keep up. Like I was telling my husband the other day, like it's great having him for behind the scenes support, but I was telling him the other day, like there's becoming a square footage issue in my house.
Okay,
Like,
so here, here's 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 my plan, okay? Because I'm having the same issue. I am not going to have all these Lego sets out everywhere. It's just like my
no,
Transformers. Okay, I got 4,000 Transformers. I can't put 4,000 Transformers up in a place. Okay, I wouldn't
okay,
have nowhere to go.
Transformers is going to have to be a completely different live for me and you because I keep having conversations, but I know we're focused on something else. So that's going to just have to be a completely
You
different
have
live for
that
you and I.
delivery taking one down.
But like, so my plan is this: whatever I build for the month will stay on my table.
You sing a sad song just to turn it around.
As soon as the month is done, all those sets get put into Ziploc bags and thrown into a tote. Now, one day, if I want to rebuild them, I'll pull them out, take it apart, and rebuild it.
So, like, are
But,
you just dumping everything into one bag? You're not sorting it or like,
oh, hell no.
oh, oh, my heart, like, I don't know how to take that.
Not a spot.
Like, literally, when the month is done, after all the builds I did for that month, unless I'm still continuing on to the next month with the build I'm doing, they all go into Ziploc bags, every single set. I don't keep no boxes. I just put the instructions and all those pieces back into a Ziploc bag, and I throw them into a tote. And now a lot of people say, "Oh my God, you can't do that," and I'm like, "Yes, I can. I just did."
I totally did it.
Smile and go for a ride.
Oh, oh, I'm not having a meltdown or anything on the other side of the camera.
Now, I will say this: when I do move and I have my shelf space up, every single one of my Transformer Lego builds will have a special place on the shelf. But anything else that isn't Transformers isn't staying up. Now you got to remember, I've been collecting Transformers since 1983. I've only been
So it's gonna
doing
be its
Lego.
own one. It's gonna. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I've
So
only
it's
been
gonna
doing
be
Lego for what, 14 months. So you
gonna be
know,
its own. Oh man. So here's how kind of like I've been doing it, right? So like not every set makes the shelf. So hubby insists well, hubby, you might see him in the chat sometimes as beer builds.
Many
yep,
But when he's in the chat, like he insists, just like absolutely insists that I keep all of my Harry Potter builds, which I kind of understand. Most of them are castles. Like they're not breakdown piece, sets. Um but he assigns sentiment to some sets that I don't, if that makes sense. So like I'm never gonna get rid of like our like sets that he gave us for our anniversary. Like I'm never gonna get rid of like a set that he gave me for my birthday. I know which ones all of those are, but some of them it's just like I could totally tear them down. Like
yeah,
and also make some pretty awesome stop motion teardowns, like videos. Like
yeah.
cuz those would be fun to watch. And then I could use them to like fund the next cool big thing, like Star Trek Enterprise. Um But
So
you know, he just assigns so much sentiment to all of them, and it's just like now it's become like, okay, we've reached a square footage issue. If I'm not allowed to break them down and get rid of them, you know.
so for me, when I first started doing this, I said, "Yo, whatever set that I build that's not Lego, you guys can have. You just got to pay for the shipping." No one took me up on that offer except for one person. So I just stopped doing it because it was like I'm wasting my breath, you know?
Really?
And one of the sets that I did give away was one of the Batmobiles.
You gave away a Batmobile and you didn't tell me? I
Yeah.
thought we were friends, Michael.
Well, you didn't know me then. Like, I did a giveaway the second day I streamed. Okay.
I'm
Like,
joking. I'm joking.
honestly, think about this. If you really go back and look at my videos, I gave more giveaways out than anybody before I was even monetized.
Yeah.
Like I basically got paid $110 when I had 500 subs, right? Because everybody was donating to the channel,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't getting paid for my videos yet because you don't get paid until you got your hours and you got your 1,000 subs. So
Right.
I was just doing giveaways after giveaways after giveaways. Uh, for some reason, after my pneumonia, my channel has not grown as much as it did before. I'm literally crawling with maybe 3 subs a week now, and I used to get like 30 subs a week.
So being a baby channel, I don't have a lot of I guess advice for that, but I will tell you the same thing that I've told not just you but other content creators and other channel people, and that is stop motion therapy goes a long way. I mean, like I know you have brick therapy and Lego therapy and everything like that, but I've had just in general in terms of making contacts in the community, I've ran into a couple other content creators and Lego builders that have kind of like they're just I don't want to say burned out. It's not that they're burned out. It's just like they're at a stalemate and they're kind of not writer's block, builder's block. That's what I've been calling it builder's block.
Oh, I get
And
that.
Yeah. And so it's like, and it comes not just like in the creative form, but like also in like the producer form, like there's the creator side of things and then there's the producer side of things. Like, what does my audience want to see? So, it comes in all forms, and I'm just always going to be a little bit of an advocate just because, it's my therapy. And that's just kind of like slow down, take a deep breath,
I'll tell you this right now.
you know, slow down,
It'll
take
be
a
a
deep breath, maybe do some stop motion. Like,
it'll be a cold day in hell for me when people start telling me what I'm gonna build.
right.
Uh,
Yeah, no, definitely.
I can't do it.
That's why I'm not aiming for that Lego ambassador button. Like, I'm really not. Like, I do not want to be a Lego ambassador because if I don't have anything nice to say, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel too. And here's the thing: I've read the rules, and I'm not happy with those rules whatsoever. You basically want me to lie. I'm not gonna lie. So if Lego ever approached me, which they won't because I have Lego in my name. That's one of the rules, right? You can't have Lego in your name.
Right.
If they ever approached me and said, "Oh, I want you to build Legos for us," I'd be like, "No, I can't
Oh,
do it.
doesn't that suck?
I can't do it. You guys are going to stifle my creativity. You're going to stifle who I am as an individual. It's not going to happen." Now, if they said, "Okay, we'll just give you free sets to build, you promote us, and you can say and do whatever you want," I'd be like, "Okay," but
Okay.
they'll never do that. They'll never ever do
No,
that.
no, they're never going to do that. And I do side with you on that. Like, I'm very much an advocate of freedom of speech. So like I've had a couple builds that like I didn't have the most pleasant of things to say. Like, I know my channel is very much like positivity, and I want to put positivity out there and everything like that. But what I don't want to do is promote a name brand for the sake of positivity. And if a build is bad, a build's bad. I mean, like, and so I've had a couple that are like that. And then I kind of, again, like, you approach that mile marker and you're like, what do I do with my channel other than make it a content graveyard? And how do I use this for positivity? And then you start thinking like, well, do I really want somebody telling me what I am and am not allowed to like?
Yeah.
Like,
Um,
yeah.
I look at it this way: everybody that asks me advice, I give them what I've experienced. I don't tell them, anything that's really relevant to. There's only one formula that I know that works: be you. Just be you. It
Be
doesn't
you
matter.
every day. Be you every day. Like,
Foggy says, "I'm cooking now, and meanwhile listening to your stream." He's having hot pot.
you're having hot pot? What's in the hot pot? No, I want to know. Okay, so my husband's a chef, and so I really enjoy like different kinds of cuisine. So if you've got something interesting in there, I would really like to know.
Okay, so your husband is gonna love when I start cooking on my channel.
Are you gonna? Okay, so we're not gonna. I've been trying to get him to do that and actually make a channel instead of just driving us into Lego debt.
Okay.
Like, so I kind of want you to have a phone call with him now. Like, be like, hey.
Okay, so I had a great life. I'm not gonna lie. I had a great life. I could eat whatever I want. I could buy whatever I want. I could do whatever I wanted. Now that I'm living this life, and it is poverty, I'm not gonna lie. I live a life of poverty. I I get like $900 a month to live off of. It's nothing, especially when you're sick, hurt, and disabled. It's nothing. Um,
Moggy said you can put anything you like in hot pot.
he says you can put anything you want in a hot pot.
D&M bricks.
Oh, DNM, what's up?
Man, Bricks, is so good to have you here. I'm so glad you're here. Who won the AT-AT? I have to know. I have to
It
know
was
who won
me.
the AT-AT. You won the AT-AT? Are you kidding?
Yes.
It was written in the stars that I was supposed to win the AT-AT. Like, I felt it from day
I
one when
didn't
they
win
announced
either. I didn't win either. I was just
it.
joking.
Oh man, I was about to be super salty.
And honestly, um,
D&M bricks. Set 100 104 bricks.
Oh, 104 bricks one. That's awesome. Okay,
Oh
so
man. Okay, so apparently the feeling that I had was for next year when you guys give away another AT-AT, and then I win that one. Clearly,
yeah,
that was the feeling that I was having was for 2026.
yeah, you're just off by a little bit.
Yeah, no, just a little.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. Okay, I screwed up already.
It's okay. I've screwed up like 3 times and I'm just blown right past it.
Alexander.
So basically, my cooking is had to adapt. Okay, and um, believe it or not, when I was in high school, I won all of Canada. Um, 3 years in a row, going against culinary schools, universities, and colleges. So
Mm-hmm.
I do know how to cook, and I learned how to cook a whole bunch of French cuisines, Italian, everything,
Mise en
Asian,
place.
eh, you know, dishes from around the world, basically, right? And
Yep.
I had to adapt because I can't afford the ingredients I need to make my food. So, like, now I make these dishes that, you know, are cheap to make. Most of, and I hate to admit this, but most of them are from a can because I can't eat the produce that comes from my area because it has pesticides. I'm allergic to pesticides.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to make sure that it's like hydroponic grown vegetables. And most hydroponic grown vegetables are now in your cans. So, and it's a lot cheaper than buying actual hydroponic grown vegetables because, like, put it this way, 30 tomatoes is $100,
Jeez.
and they're literally
I
the
grow those
size.
for free in my garden every year. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but they're like this big. They're not tomatoes. They're like this big.
There, you wishos. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, I've had to learn how to do a whole bunch of stuff the hard way and by cheaping out and trying to make it taste good. So I make this thing that I made up, and it's called cream of chicken noodle.
Sounds
So
amazing.
basically, I get um, 90% cream. You know, the 90% cream that you can buy
Yeah.
for cooking. I get that. I get 2 cans of cream of chicken soup and penne noodles. I throw some garlic. I throw some parsley in there. Throw a little bit of salt, and I mix that all together. And I put penne noodles, and then I put it in the oven with a layer of mozzarella cheese and some more parsley on top, just so it looks good. And I make like a casserole out of it type of situation. But I swear to God, it's like my go-to pasta now because it tastes so good.
So I'm a little upset. I'm a little upset.
Why?
You because you don't classify that as cooking. Do you not realize that you just beat Bobby Flay?
Who's Bobby Flay?
Like he's the Iron Chef that everybody competes against on television. You don't realize you just beat Bobby Flay?
Nope.
Like
All I know,
that is 90% of cooking, my friend. I mean, like 90% of cooking is making what you can with limited ingredients.
yeah. So like everybody I've given this to is like, and here's the worst part. I've sometimes used canned chicken because I couldn't afford
Mhm.
chicken.
I eat canned chicken on my salads every day. Now, granted I make like my own like pomegranate vinaigrette kind of thing, but like I eat canned chicken on my salad. Like
So I have
um
fed people this and not told them what it was.
yeah, no, don't because they're
And
gonna
they
love
were
it. They're
like,
gonna love it. Tell them shut up.
ever. Everybody's always like, "What's the recipe?" And I'm so embarrassed
Canned
because
chicken?
I'm like using all these canned products to make this food that they think is like from a gourmet chef. And it's like all these canned
No,
products. And I'm like,
you
it's a secret
don't.
recipe.
So that's not to disparage fresh ingredients because fresh ingredients are amazing and everybody should have their own survival garden because you never know when times will get tough. But the chef's kiss of like a home chef is being able to make what you can with limited ingredients, and the recipe that you just described is exactly that. Like my best recipe is frozen shredded hash browns with cream of chicken soup from Campbell's, cream of celery soup from Campbell's, and then I chop up some sausage and put it in there and like flavor the crap out of it to make it with some seasoned spices to make it taste like kind of Taco Bell at 3 a.m. I don't know if you guys have Taco Bell up there, but Taco Bell at 3 a.m. is just like complete garbage Mexican food. So like,
we have
yeah.
we have Taco Hell here.
Okay. So then you get what I'm saying. Like it's basically like I've made a casserole out of Taco Bell's nightmare. But you know, that's what being a great chef is though, is like using limited ingredients and what you can to make something taste delicious.
Right now.
And
You know,
again,
it's just,
we're sorry guys if we're missing your chat, but it seems like you're having your own conversation anyways. But greatly appreciated that you all joined us for this spur of the moment build. I know we're supposed to be both doing stop motion right now, but I lost some pieces.
I'm kind of doing stop motion, although it does seem very slow on probably from y'all's perspective. It seems like a very slow build, like, but that's if you've seen my channel, you know I'm all about the slow burn.
So you want to know the dishes that won me all of Canada 3 years in a row?
What's that?
Okay, so this is a huge sin, and your husband's probably going to be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you did that."
He's at work, it's fine.
Okay, so I took ground beef, ground pork, ground turkey, and ground chicken and cooked it all up in the same, and I mean in the same big, huge frying pan. Now, everybody's already going out there right now. You're not supposed to mix those meats. You'll get poisoned. But no, you won't. That's not true. You'll get poisoned if you leave it out on the counter and let it get salmonella poisoning. Okay? It's not going to get cross-contaminated when it's cooked. Okay? So I use those 4 meats, and then I use Parmesan, Romano, mozzarella, and Swiss. And I shredded all that up. And I stuffed it in manicotti noodles.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And then I made my own homemade sauce. And the sauce was bland as hell. Bland as hell.
Sounds about
But
right.
it didn't matter though, because the sauce was just there to soften the noodles enough so that it was edible, in my opinion. So I gave them this 4 meat manicotti. None of them could even guess what type of meat it was. None of them could guess what cheeses
Well,
were
because
in
you
there.
have so many in there.
Okay. But like, they were like, I couldn't believe it. They were like, "Oh my God, this melts in my mouth. This is like eating heaven."
Well, I'm sure.
And I
Better
didn't
be
even taste it.
with that much protein in it. Yeah, it better be.
But like,
Better
I
be.
didn't
My
even
gosh,
taste it.
here.
I just made it.
So like, okay, but no. So like, you have to understand like my perspective being like the geographical differences that we have. Like, that's a really expensive dish. It better be good. It doesn't matter if it's not good. You're gonna tell me it's good because you recognize what's in it. Like,
Yeah. But yeah, so I was surprised, to win, you know.
yeah, no,
Um,
you should be. That sounds amazing. That sounds delicious.
so the next year, uh, so what I did was this. I basically
Uh-uh.
took old
Hold on.
cast iron. Yeah,
Oh, hold on. I'm having a moment. Continue. Cast iron. Sorry. I got
I
this.
I got this old cast iron um, cake pan, right? It was a big cake pan. So
Uh-huh.
I lined it. Well, I buttered it, and then I lined it with a thin layer of mashed potatoes, and I stuck that in the oven on broil till it got a nice
Ooh.
crispy top.
Mm.
Then I added cheese, and then I added corn. Um, that I mixed with a little bit of garlic. And then I added more mashed potatoes, another thin layer, and I browned that as well. And I kept on layering it like that, like a lasagna. And basically, I was modifying my shepherd's pie.
Oh, that's amazing.
So then I put on the top, and you know how you put at the bottom, you always put the ground beef. I put it at the top, right? And then
Yeah.
I smothered it with cheese, and you know, I always put parsley on top of cheese. I don't know why, but I have to have
Because it's
parsley
not
on top
right
of it.
without the parsley on top.
Yeah.
That's why.
So,
That's why.
and then when it was all done, I took 2 full lemons and I basically squeezed them on top.
That sounds so good.
And
This is what happens every time I get in D&M's chat, by the way. Every time I'm in their chat, we end up talking about food, and then I end up hungry, and then I end up like going to find something to eat and going to bed. That's what happens
yo,
almost every time.
And bricks.
Roman Bricks is in the chat and Lego Timmy. Lego
Roman
Timmy
Bricks, it's
with
so good to see you. Timmy's in the chat. Wait, no, is Timmy in the chat? I have to actually say hi to Timmy.
yeah,
He's
Timmy's
always
Stream final
he's
episode.
yeah,
always
Timmy's
in the
here.
comments.
Bricks.
And he
Timmy,
donated $1.
oh my gosh, Timmy, you're so awesome. He's like, oh, he's been like one of my OGs, like less than 50 sub OGs. He's always been in the comments. He's always been so encouraging, and I
Well,
just
now
love
he
it every
blew
time
up.
he's. Yeah, I know.
He's
He's just,
like blown right up.
I know, and I've
And
always enjoyed having him around.
you know,
So now I
I've
know
been in
what
his
time of
channel
night
since
to
the
go
beginning.
live so that Timmy can show up.
Yeah, like I've been in Timmy's channel since the beginning, to be honest with you.
Said I might go eat some now. Roaming bricks. That Phil and bricks. It's good to see you. Foggy Moggy. That hungry card. Lego Timmy. That what's up?
Foggy Moggy Hungry Car. No, I feel you, Foggy. It's probably about is it breakfast time?
Remember Foggy hungry card.
I feel like
Yeah,
I always catch you guys at breakfast time.
it's
That's
noon
when,
there.
yeah, no, when I catch them, it's like 6 a.m. And like I love catching them. Don't misunderstand me. It's just it's always 6 a.m. and I feel bad because I have to get ready to go to work and I'm just like, hi, bye.
Okay, so like I would honestly watch his full live, but he likes to play the lullaby music. And
Oh,
I
that's
get up
right
at
up my
six.
channel.
I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, to watch, and he's sitting there
No,
playing lullaby music, and I
right?
just
Like
got up.
I'm drinking coffee and he's just like, you want to go to sleep? And I'm like, not really. Like, but I want to be here, yes, but I don't want to go to sleep.
I fell asleep on his channel like 4 times now,
I know,
and
I feel so bad, but it's so awesome though. Especially he was so I've been toying with the idea of lighting up one of my, and maybe you can weigh in on this. Okay, so I think I told you before, I have the Friends apartment set,
yeah,
and I also have Central Perk.
yeah,
I have both of them unboxed. What I also have is an additional Central Perk, which I've already built. My husband bought that. So, so this should tell you something. My husband and my best friend gifted me the same gift for my birthday in 2019 when my husband and I first got together, which made me know that my husband was the one to marry. I was just like, he knows me just as well as my best friend. Yes, I should marry this guy. Um, like they gifted me the same Lego set, and it was the Friends Central Perk set. And so I have one that's built and one that's boxed. And then I also have the next year my husband bought me the apartment set. And so I have my Central Perk set, which I take out and I dust off, and I show it off on the channel every now and then. It was my first big kid Lego builds, if that makes any sense. Yeah,
yeah.
it was my very first. It holds a special place on the shelf. It's definitely, my husband bought it for me. It was the year that we got engaged. Like, it's always going to be on the shelf. It's never going to get broke down. but then I also have these 2 other sets, and I've been really toying, especially as I get more confident, as a builder, with the idea of turning it into a mod where it's like the central perk, and then you have the apartment stacked on top of it, which there is a mod out there for it. It's
There's
like the
actually a set out there for that.
yeah, there's actually like a mod out there for it, and it's
Well,
like
I'm talking about a set that you can actually buy. It's got all of it. It's got the apartment on top of the central perk or whatever it's called.
really
Yep.
well. I'm just toying with the idea of whether I actually mod them together or whether I let them stand alone because they're all, especially the sitcom pieces, which are probably like, maybe not channel favorites, but definitely my personal favorites, like especially the 90s sitcoms, like, The Office. I think Big Bang Theory's out there. There's a couple of them out there. Like, do I actually build a sitcom tower that has all of them in it, or do I display them, individually in all their glory?
See, I'm
If that-
I'm a firm believer of building up.
You think?
100%.
You
You know
think?
why? You know
Why?
why? Because it saves so much room and it looks cool as hell. No one else
And
is
I
doing it,
was just griping about square footage. That's fair.
right? Like it's like Canada. We build out instead of up, and I'm always like, you idiots.
You still have more square footage than we do.
Yeah, but you know what's funny is that we all live on the coastline to the United States. We do not live on the Canadian Shield. It's too harsh. Now, a lot of Canadians have adapted so that we can and we are able to. We know how to. And to be honest, it makes us a super dangerous country because if anybody invades from a coastline, we can sneak in back into this harsh environment and survive where nobody else on the planet is prepared to do. Like
Just the
nobody.
the history buff is gonna go, and me is gonna be like, yeah, just Russia, like full Russia, burn, leave no ground unscorched.
Yep.
Yep. No, I get you. I get you.
Well, and what pisses me off about Canada the most is this. So everybody knows about Greenland, right?
Yep.
It's broken off from the Canadian Shield,
Really?
and Greenland is filled with what? Diamonds, rubies,
It,
copper, zinc,
but it's
silver, platinum.
but it's uninhabitable though, right? Like, I mean, like it's, well, I mean, not uninhabitable, but like it's tumultuous.
Yes, but here Canada has all these major minerals sitting at our fingertips, and no one does anything about it.
Yep.
And here we are, and I don't care what anybody says. We have been in a recession since freaking 1999. Now I think we're in a depression. I honestly think we're in a serious depression, but we've been in a recession since then. And we have all this resources and no one ever seems to think, hey, maybe we should start mining our stuff.
Maybe it's just a thought, just this one person's thought of, that's just, I think that's the way a lot of things are nowadays. I think we're coming up on precipice of like, we're going to have some new ideas. And that doesn't just go for where you're at, that goes in terms of globally. We're going to have some fresh new ideas coming in because
Oh,
clearly,
yeah.
yeah, clearly we've been thinking and not doing.
Look,
You
I'll
know,
tell you this right now. We'd have a cure for a lot of diseases if our governments were run by 12-year-olds.
I will tell you this. I firmly believe that if do you have Chick-fil-A there?
No.
Okay. So in the US, Chick-fil-A is a known organization. They're not open on Sundays, and their drive-through, when I used to be able to take an hour-long lunch break. The closest Chick-fil-A was 20 minutes away. which made it a 40-minute round trip on my hour lunch break. I used to be able to make Chick-fil-A, get through the drive-thru, and get back to work and still eat in time. So when I say the drive-thru is efficient, I'm not kidding. And my order was always correct. So I've had a firm belief that whoever runs and is in charge of choreographing the Chick-fil-A drive-thru should have been in charge of distributing COVID vaccines from the jump.
Okay, so
Like,
here's one. Here's one
like,
for you. I
like
got
that guy should have been just like, someone should have made a personal phone call because I feel like someone in the government had to know that guy, right?
yeah. Okay,
Like,
so I got one for you. So you guys have to pay for your medical, right?
always.
Okay, so we don't really pay for our medical, but how is this efficient when every hospital you go to, and I'm not joking, every hospital you go to, you're waiting 16 hours to see somebody. Okay? You could be bleeding to death and you still have to wait. And then when you get in there, you wait another 2 to 3 hours, and all you hear is nurses and doctors talking about their week or their weekend or what they did. And they have the same conversation with other people in the staff, and you can hear them talking the whole time. I look at it this way: hospitals should be military run. You should get through your
Oh,
patients, you should be able to
no,
get through all your patients, and then take your break and talk about your personal life. I shouldn't
you're
have to
some
hear
guy.
about what you guys did on the weekend while I'm bleeding to death, thinking I'm
You're
gonna die.
just you're such a funny character.
Who, me?
Yeah, no, you're so funny. Just I
What? You
just
don't think that's a good idea?
no, I have no comment. I have zero comment on that
Look,
one.
I know this. If I got money and I go to a hospital in the States, my money talks and I'm in there in 5 minutes.
Yeah, no. Again, I've told you I think on your live stream a couple of times. Oh, holy crap, we have a sticker. Hold on, I gotta clear the set. We have a sticker. No, I think I've told you I think I told you on a couple of your streams, like, these are things and issues that I definitely, I mean, just not to like blatantly flaunt my faith or anything like that. These are definitely things that I pray on every night. For
Alexandria
sure.
K.
For sure.
I can tell you horror stories about hospitals.
Oh, I bet you can, Alexandra.
Yeah, no, I think especially here in the US, I think we all oh crud.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's gonna be what it is. It's gonna be what it is, guys. It's gonna be what it is.
Okay, so now I got to do
Wouldn't that be
something here.
one for the edits though? Like a sticker of someone or a video of someone stickering a sticker on your live. That's like super insidious. It's like a sticker in the sticker of the live stream. um hey, listen though, it is 10:30. I do think that I am gonna call this a night.
All
Just
right.
because yeah, no, I am so glad that we finally got to go live, even if it was a little bit impromptu. I hope we get to do it again, especially over the holiday season, because I've got a lot of collabs coming up. I host, you host. It's that's entirely up to you. Like I said, I might need a little bit of hand holding when it comes to the IT side of things, when it comes
Yeah.
to hosting a collab, but you know,
I'm always down the stream if I got nothing to do. Uh, you know, I have my schedule for my channel. It stays that way on purpose, but like during the day, during the afternoon, someone wants to stream and they're like, "Hey, you want to stream?" I'm always jumping on because I
oh
just
yeah.
feel like that's what you should do. You should reach out and collab with people because Lego isn't just for one person; it's for everybody.
No, it is. It's not just for one person, it's for everybody. And I think that especially with what we're doing with the brick, the raid train on New Year's Eve, I think that it's more important than ever that, everybody just as a community comes together.
Yeah.
Because I think all of us kind of feel the same way about Lego, even collectors and reviewers and that kind of thing. The
Well,
only
I've
thing
seen
I've been
some.
a little bit trepidatious about is like, and I think I've even told you this, is like some of the people who are like up there in the 4 and 5 digits, you know, in terms of streaming fan base and everything like that. I get kind of nervous reaching out to them, especially because it's like they're so inspirational. Like there's some of the creators that are out there. You know, I'm not going to mention the one that I mentioned the other day in live just because I don't want to step on anybody's toes. But like, you know, some of those creators out there are like they've been inspirational to me, and I know they've been inspirational to other creators. And like having them as part of this community would be like a big step towards making it a legit thing where it's like we could actually do these raid trains on holidays and make it a charitable
Well,
event or like a beneficial event or like a community benefit event,
so
you know.
a quick little thing. On my Transformer channel, I started off as a small nobody.
Yeah.
And I ended up partnering up with some people. And what I did was they were too scared to reach out to people as well. I was not. I'm used to meeting famous people. I go to cons, and these people are just normal folks to me. They're not famous, you know. They could be
Right.
the most famous person in the world, and to me, they're just a normal folk, you know. So I reached out to some pretty big people in that community, and I got them all these people to come onto their show and do interviews and all kinds of stuff like this, just for them to throw me aside because I am not a fan of Hasbro.
Right.
And yeah, so I just say this: if you feel like you should reach out to somebody, do it. What's the worst that can happen? They can ignore you, they can say no. But the best thing is you don't know if they're going to say yes, so give it a try anyways.
You know what? Actually, that really actually helps me because that's probably one of the only reasons that I've been just a little bit more trepidatious about reaching out to people. Not that I don't want this to be an amazing, fantastic event. I just also don't want anybody to, you know, I get worried about people saying no, but that's part of my personality. Again, that goes along with my channel. Like I just want everybody to be happy and get along. And so like when I think about people saying no, and I'm just like,
Can,
maybe
can,
I shouldn't, but you know
can I
what?
just
You're
give you advice on that? What you just said. Unfortunately, you can't make everybody happy.
yeah,
Okay, so you gotta get that out of your head automatically. You'll learn over time, like just like I did. Everybody here that supports my channel, it's not new people. It's the same people every time. And guess what? I would rather have them than have someone big. That's just me though. I would rather have these people supporting me and being there and not really cheering me on, but like just hanging out than have someone big come
yeah.
in and you know have their opinions and it's like no, I'm good on that.
Yeah, no, I do. I really get that. And I'm learning that like I was telling you earlier, like I'm new to YouTube and I'm new to the Lego community. I'm not new to Lego, but you know, at the same time it's like I just really want to make sure that what I'm putting out there is intended to be positive, if that makes any sense. Like, you know,
Well,
it's
if
intended.
you're positive and that's what you're putting out, it's going to be positive, so you don't have to worry so much. You're doing good, and that's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
You're happy doing what you're doing. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters.
And
Like
that's
I said, I
exactly
could
why and that's exactly why I enjoy your channel. I mean, like
like
for real.
anyway,
The most
and any way you look at it, as long as one person's there with you, you don't have to worry. You know how many times me and Kathy have been on my stream in the last month alone? We just been sitting there building and having fun, and then
you
halfway
and
through,
who?
Kathy,
Oh.
and then like an hour into the stream, someone comes in, and I'm like getting ready to get off.
I know. I will say that's probably part of my biggest thing is like and this is a US Southern thing. Have you ever heard of the Southern goodbye?
No.
Okay, so it's when you start to say goodbye, but everyone is being super polite and doesn't want to really say goodbye. And then everybody adds in like their last minute things that they wanted to say this entire time, but no one's really said. And so it takes like an hour to actually, like, you say goodbye, and then an hour later you actually leave
Have a nice day.
because
I
you're
guess
busy
I'm.
saying,
I
yeah.
guess I'm a jerk like that.
So it's called a Southern goodbye. Like down here, it's called a Southern goodbye, and it's so I'm no stranger to the Southern goodbye, and so but unfortunately it is 10:30, and I do have young minds that I have to get up and mold in the morning.
All right.
Whether they want to be molded or not, I'm going to get up and attempt to mold them.
All right, everybody. Thank Miss Breezy for coming on. Go check out
No,
her
thanks for
channel.
having me.
And I'm going to continue building this till I'm done, and I'll keep hanging out with you guys. And I really appreciate you coming on. We'll do this again sometime soon on your channel.
Yes, for sure. I'm sure I'll talk to you between now and then, but Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yep. Merry Christmas. Well, that was fun, eh, guys? Breezy's cool. So we're continuing on with this TV build here. And I'm going to turn up my robot so I can hear you guys in chat. And yes, bye, Mr. Foggy Moggy.
Alexandria KS said, yes, I like breezy builds.
Yeah. But
Bill and Bricks said, always fun.
well, you know, my goal is just to, you know, try to have everybody have a good time. And, you know, I can't control everybody's feelings or who they like or who they don't, but I do my best to make sure that everybody does feel welcome, especially on my channel. And you guys did a really good job at making Breezy feel welcome, and I really appreciate that. You guys should all give yourselves an applaud and a hooray for everybody that was on today. Sorry, I got a little bit sidetracked with trying to get this thing on. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for making Breezy feel welcome. Man, what am I doing wrong here? I'm doing something wrong. I need to look at this instructions. One. Oh. I think this is backwards. I think it's supposed to be like this. Yep. I have it backwards. Maybe that will help. Yep, I had it backwards. I had it backwards. Yeah, Silent was right about these sets. They're really fun to do. I'd recommend them. I definitely would recommend them. Has anybody else done these besides Phil and me and Silent?
Mayo Hosco said, can you invite people onto your vertical streams after you started?
No, you can't.
Alexandria KS
Unfortunately.
said, what set are you building?
I'm doing the retro television right now. And one of the main reasons why I'm doing this retro television is because I found a little mock set of an old PlayStation that I want to try.
Mayo Hosco. Said all that SA bug in the system then. Alexandria KS. Said oh I see that S cool.
Yeah, I think it would be cool to have a little Sega Genesis set for this TV. But also where I can have a scene for my minifigure playing it. I think that'd be cool to have a scene of my minifigure actually playing the system. Yeah, guys, again, I really do appreciate you guys welcoming Breezy onto the channel and giving your support. Lego Timmy, as usual, with that donation. Once I get my Lego box, anybody that makes the donation, I'm going to make a little sticker for.
Alexandria KS. Said cool.
And I'll put a minifigure inside there. It's the same setup that Foggy Moggy has, the same exact Lego dude, but you're gonna see that I'm gonna do something totally different with mine. There will be mods for it. I'm definitely gonna be modding it. Okay. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this, but oh well. All right, I need a drink. I need a drink. But yeah, so anytime someone makes a donation to the channel, whether it be on YouTube or anywhere else, I'm going to throw in a minifigure into that thing. And I just ordered 1 kilogram of Lego minifigures, so there is a lot. They're all random minifigures, and it should be fun. I'll try to make everybody. I'll take them apart and try to make everybody so that everybody has an actual minifigure that looks like them. I think that would be fun. I don't know how Silent built this thing so fast. I'm just slow, eh, guys? I probably am the slowest builder on the planet.
Alexandria KS. Said you're doing great, never too old for Lego.
Thanks, Alexandria. I just feel like I build slow. I could probably, yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better, right? I just feel like I build slow. I'm never in a rush, but yeah.
Mayo Hosco. Said when I do my stream for the raid crawl, I want some of you guys on my panel like you 24.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about our friend Owen right now. been on my mind. I hope he's doing better. I hope he's taking a break and getting some help. It's kind of weird not having him on. Like, I get his situation. I'm in the same
Alexandria
situation.
KS said, I know.
I'm in the same situation. I need to get out of where I'm at to find some happiness and some peace. Living here is very stressful. Excuse me, and I really hate it. I know it affects my mood and my channel and, you know, all that kind of stuff like that. And I really need to get it under control. I really like when they use the inner circle of the bricks to attach stuff. I don't know why. I just really like it. Okay, so we're gonna go blue first, and then red. Looks like we're making the spectrum rainbow here. But really, it's the old TV off-air symbol, pretty much. Not many people remember that. Oh, that's cool. That's definitely cool. So I guess we're gonna flip this over, and these will go on here. I feel like Silent Mode built this so much faster than me. He was done in like 20 minutes of each one. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. So, is everybody excited for Christmas? And guys, make sure if you are a content creator.
Alexandria KS said, I remember when channels would go off the air, they play the national anthem.
Yeah. But if you guys are content creators and you do know people in the community, like Mayo knows a whole group that most people don't know. If you know these people, like Mayo does,
Alexandria KS said, not really.
make sure you ask them if they want to join the brick crawl. I'm sure Mayo knows.
Bill and Bricks said, once upon a time.
Yeah, once upon a time. Mayo knows Heather. He could ask Heather. He knows.
I left my computer on. Okay. Said, what's up?
What's up? I left my computer on. You left your computer on the right channel.
I left my computer on. Okay. Said BRB.
But yeah, like he knows Phil. He knows Brickable Cow. He knows a lot of people that could also join in on this. So we need more people.
Mayo Hosco Said I am not excited for Christmas anymore. I am bah humbug. I
Oh,
left my computer on. Okay. Said Gopapora. Alexandria KS. Said hi. I left my computer on.
well, I'm just saying, Mayo knows a whole nother side of the community, and if he wants to reach out to them and ask them if they want to join, I think that'd be a great idea. They're all good people. I just can't think of all their names right now.
I left my computer on. Okay. Said I am a robot and I am talking for these comments.
Oh, okay. I'm a robot too. I'm a robot. Bet you I got more metal in me than you do. Oh, no. What happened? Stay together, please.
I left my computer on. Okay. Said I love your text out loud thing. Alexandria KS. Said you're a transformer never too old for Lego.
Yeah. Well, the universe is definitely trying to turn me into a transformer. I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie. Uh, after I'm done this stream, because I'm doing this retro TV, I am definitely going to go turn on some Twilight Zone. I've been watching a lot of Twilight Zone lately. I used to watch it back in the day. In fact, one of my ex-girlfriends absolutely loved it, and I bought her the complete series to it, and it was pretty awesome. We got to watch it all the time. It was so cool. Does anybody
I
else?
left my computer on. Okay. Said hope at a Peter Stu.
Okay. Um, I left my computer on. Just remember, don't be spamming too much or doing weird stuff, because my moderators are like sheriffs. They'll get you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. We try to make this uh
I left my
a
computer on.
friendly
Okay.
chat.
Said I just wanted for it to say that.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. A lot of people in here are very protective of this channel, and I appreciate them for being that way. And guys, it is like literally snowing here right now. Oh, that's so cool. I got rabbit ears. Work, TV, work.
I left my computer on. Okay.
Work.
Said IK.
Come on. Work. Oh, it's not going to work. I think my TV's busted forever. Who remembers doing that? Who remembers doing that? Let's go if you remember doing that. Hey, I wonder if I can do this.
Phil and Bricks.
Oh,
Said that looks great. 24. Mayo Hosco. Said I am in multiple friendship cliques, but I know they wouldn't want to be part of our raid crawl unless you guys start watching their streams. I already do that because I have time to do so, others don't.
Hey, I watch
I
their
left my
stuff.
computer on. Okay.
I
Said
watch
this is
their
I like
stuff.
NFBTW.
Mayo,
Alexandria KS.
you
Said
know
there was
I
a
watch
time we
their
had no
stuff.
remote controls.
And they don't ever watch mine. They don't ever watch mine. And I'm okay with that. But this isn't about me.
SSSH kids were the remotes.
Yeah. And this isn't about me, this brick crawl. This is about anybody that is a content creator.
Said you watch their stuff, but they don't watch you exactly.
Yeah, but I don't care about that, Mayo, to be honest with you. This is about a Lego community coming together to celebrate our love for the red brick. That's all that matters. So here's what we built today. We got the retro game system, and yes, I did put on stickers, and they are horrible. They're absolutely horrible, and I don't care.
Mayo Hosco. Said ILL asked them, but I want to get my hopes up.
Well, if they don't want to be a part of it, then that's their choice, not mine. But if you all recall, my ideas are great, and then other people steal them all the time, and I don't complain. I just keep going and coming up with more ideas. All right, so now that we got that done, and I can take this off. And move these to the side just for now. Look at my awesome choo-choo train. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Don't I have an awesome train, guys? I think this train is fantastic.
Mayo Hosco. Said are they dollar store sets?
No, this is actually the Mould King Christmas train mech.
Alexandria KS. Said oh yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, this is the Christmas train mech.
Mayo Hosco. Said oh okay.
You know me, it's got to transform. Yeah, definitely has to transform. And again, guys, I apologize for not doing the stop motion video today. I lost a huge chunk to the World Trade Center. Hopefully I can find it and rebuild it and do the stop motion for it. But I think this train is really cool. Inside this compartment here, when you open up this piece here and this piece here, and I don't know if I can get
Bricks. Said it's all good. Alexandria KS. Said no worries, never too old for Lego.
I'll do this, and then we can lift this up, and inside here is his actual head. You can see his mech head right here, which is pretty cool. I haven't had too many actual transforming sets, but definitely loving these.
Mayo Hosco. Said Christmas train runs on Santa's coal.
Yeah, I think this one runs on Energon though. Yeah, I definitely think this one is running on some Energon. I'm pretty happy with this train so far, and we'll be doing more tomorrow. We'll definitely be doing more tomorrow.
Mayo Hosco. Said what S Energon.
Energon is what Transformers use as food, as their power source.
Roaming Bricks. Said who is ridding with me in the engine.
Oh, not me. Not me. I want to be at the back of the train where all the cool kids are. I'm in the caboose. You know, all these old coal trains run off of steam, and yeah, I'm definitely not going to be near
Roaming
that
Bricks.
freaking
Said face
explosion.
purple crying, face purple crying.
I'm sure there's a lot of people like Mayo that would definitely drive in there with you.
Alexandria KS. Said we re-hanging in the caboose.
Yeah, but I know Mayo would want to drive the train too, so you and Mayo can take charge of this ride.
Mayo Hosco. Said is Energon to Transformers what dilithium crystals are to Star Trek.
No. Energon is their food, whereas dilithium crystals are their I don't know, gas, I guess, for their ships. I don't know.
Mayo Hosco. Said I'd rather be the guard than the driver or fireman.
Well, you can be that too. You can be all those jobs on that train. But we have 2 more cars to build for that train, and then we get to transform them, which will be really super cool. I got my Christmas tree up right there. It's like probably the best Christmas tree for Lego ever. BD1. So I'm all ready for Christmas. I just don't think there'll be any presents under my tree this year. So guys, tomorrow night, we're gonna do some more Christmas gift laser engraving stuff.
Mayo Hosco. Said my mom bought a desk-sized tree yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, we're gonna be doing more of the laser engraving tomorrow night, and get those presents finished. I have to go and find some tea tree oil.
Alexandria KS. Said yeah, that's what I have.
But guys, please send me your pictures. My email, either on the Laser Channel or Never Too Old, so we can make you guys some Star Wars characters, and then we can move on to the Harry Potter world, where I'll take your photo and put you into the Harry Potter world. You can be from Slytherin, or I don't know. I don't know what the 4 factions are. I just know Slytherin, or whatever it's called. You can be an old wizard. You can be, whatever you want. But yeah, if you send me your pictures, I will turn you into a character. And then after we do the Harry Potter world, we'll be doing the Lord of the Rings world. And I'll turn you into a character from Lord of the Rings. But your face will be on it, just like how in the Star Wars world, my face is on there. Look. See? It's me. See? Me.
Mayo Hosco. Said ya face. Roaming Bricks.
Yeah.
Said how is the new refrigerator is performing, Alex?
Oh yeah. She said it was running great. She can't wait to put some ice cream in that freezer.
Roaming Bricks. Said you like a gunslinger.
Bounty Hunter. Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Me and Brandy are bounty hunters.
Mayo Hosco. Said is your refrigerator running, go catch it. Alexandria KS.
And then
Said so far so good.
we got Mr. Phil as a Jedi. We have Mr. Britton Bricks as a TIE test pilot fighter pilot for all the new equipment. And then we got Silent Mode as a Wookiee. And we have some other ones that we got to do. We have Mr. Owen as a Sith Lord. We have Alexandria, which is what is it called there? An
Alexandria
Ewok
KS.
Sith Lord.
Said in my neighborhood it wouldn't he get far.
But yeah, these are the characters that we have done on the laser engraving channel. And then after we do these factions of TV, we'll go back to making the mythological
Roaming
beast.
Bricks. Said face purple crying Alexandria, that's a funny one.
But yeah, I think I might take this part off and actually put in a sticker that says never too old for Lego. What do you guys think? You think I should take this completely off and put a sticker that says never too old for Lego on the retro TV, showing my old ass age? So everybody knows, yo, this guy's old. He is never too old for Lego. I bet you I could find an actual monitor that would fit that. I'll have to measure it out and see if I can find an actual monitor. Maybe I can get one of them keychains, those digital photo keychains, and put it on there. Because I believe, yeah, it is about 2 inches by like 1.7 inch. So I'll just have to find one of those. Polaration would make one. Yeah, I haven't seen Polaration in my chat for a couple months either.
Said why not? Alexandria KS. Said Polaration would make one.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that, you know, I still support, and none of them come in my channel anymore, and that's okay. Oh, a sticker, yeah.
Alexandria KS. Said a sticker.
Yep. But, you know, I'll still support these people. I don't care. Maybe I'm just not their cup of tea of builder, but, you know, I can't please everybody, and I'm not going to try. I'll just keep supporting them in the background, and say hi and give them a like and hopefully let their channels grow. But yeah, guys.
and Bricks. Said sometimes life gets in the way.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But you know, after a few months, I don't think it's life getting in the way. I think they're just stopped watching my channel completely, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Like I said, I used to get like 25 to 35 subs a week. Now I'm down to maybe about 3. And I'm okay with that because, you know, I'm going to outlast a lot of people, especially people that are bigger than me.
Mayo Hosco. Said only time I've seen Coloration is on JDPS streams.
Yeah. That's the only time I see them now too. But, you know, Epic doesn't come on anymore. There's so many people that just don't show up anymore, and I'm fine with that. But yeah, guys, I want to thank you all again for making Breezy feel welcome on the channel. You guys are great. You guys know I appreciate every one of you. That's right, Phil.
Phil and Bricks. Said be a candle on the hill instead of a firework in the sky.
You know, there's a lot of new channels out there that I'm rediscovering,
Phil
and
and
I like
Bricks.
these people.
Said have a blessed day.
You too, Phil. You too. Guys, this is going to be so hard to laser engrave, but I'm going to attempt it. I got my
Alexandria KS. Said by everybody.
I got my
Phil
mom these
Osco.
this
Said by
towels.
guys.
She really loves the color purple, so I got her these dish towels, but I'm going to engrave her name on them. But yeah, guys, again, I really appreciate y'all coming, and I will see you all tomorrow. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I'm sure I'll see you guys in your own streams or in other people's streams. But you guys know the drill. This is Never Too Old for Lego saying, keep play on until next time.